In less than a month, many East Texas college students will head back to campus.
And with the Supreme Court blocking President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, many are considering their options when it comes to paying for school. GMAT's Lorena Rivas is here now to explain the different types of federal loans students can take. Now, let's start with the first step. What do students need even before taking out a federal loan?
Victoria, students first need to complete the FAFSA form to determine what type of financial aid they're qualified for. When they apply, they will be offered two types of federal loans. The first type is subsidized loans. These are available for students with financial need. The U.S. Department of Education pays the interest of loan while at school, and it's only available to undergraduate students. The other option is unsubsidized loans, where financial need is not required. The student is responsible to pay the interest, and it's available for both undergraduate and grad students. Whichever one you choose, it's important to know how much you need.
I tell my students is, borrow only what you need. You may be offered $5,500, but maybe you don't need all that money to do what you need to do.
When students are offered a financial package, they are able to choose which loans they want. It's also important to know what you won't be penalized if you reject an offer. Most financial experts recommend these federal loans since their interest rate is fixed and tend to be lower. Coming up in our half hour on GMAT, we'll look at the options outside of loans to cover the cost of college education. Victoria and Lane, back to you.
Lorena, thanks so much. Definitely some much needed information that a lot of students will be paying attention to this morning. Thanks a lot.